God morning, divine mirrors. Sacred awakening, remembering gods and goddesses, one and all. Thank you for showing up. It's been a full and intense few days. I did my tribute concert commemorating the passing of my mother 1 year ago on Thursday evening. Very, very powerful experience and transformative, both for myself and the feedback I got from essentially everybody that was there, both live and that watched it via Zoom or Facebook Live. And so I have been basking in the feeling of that and the decompression from that, the intensity of the push for it and the afterglow and the after exhaustion. And the next morning I got up at my friend's home where the event took place. And I had interesting challenges with the internet. And so my morning showing up video was curtailed. And then there was so much food left over. The caterer so over calculated my needs that it was like, okay, I have actually a real issue here for what I do with this food. And as tired as I was, I ended up having another gathering on Friday evening back at the home where I'm staying, and a room is being prepared for me to move into. In fact, we're going to have the handyman come tomorrow for the next 4 days or so and make some repairs and paint the room and all that kind of beautiful preparatory stuff. So that I actually got up yesterday morning and it was like 2 minutes later than I normally start this video, which was fine. I could have started right then. And I actually decided to give myself permission not to do it and just go back to sleep. And in the meantime, I have a dear friend who was taken off life support yesterday and made his transition into the non-physical. And I have another dear friend who has been dealing with esophageal cancer since January, and his pain meds are no longer working, and his ability to hold down even the most minimal amount of sustenance, food sustenance, nourishment is not working. And he actually has been in touch with a euthanasia doctor, and even that has a waiting list for it, and discussing his expiration date as something like 3 weeks out from now. And so I've been present to a lot of shock and a lot of suffering, and I had visited this friend a couple of weeks ago who has been systematically checking things off of his bucket list, and speaking very freely and frankly, like facing this death challenge, this death door, and sharing about it openly online. And so when I visited him, I said, so have you thought about what you would like your celebration of life to be like? And he was like, wow, thank you for bringing that topic to my attention. I'll put some thought to it. And ultimately came back to me the other day in a private message and said, I don't really feel like I'm worthy. And I said, okay, well, that will be what we discuss the next time we see each other. So this night in my processing, I have really been thinking about the topic and the issue of our worthiness, which it seems that so many of us, and even those of us in the so-called light worker community that want to spread all this love and light unto the world, at a core level, don't even feel worthy of our own existence. And so it occurred to me that there is some correlation between the circumstances that we find ourselves in, the level of our health and abundance and experience of love and experience of partnership, all coming down to some nagging feeling of not being worthy of the gift of life, because we have been so indoctrinated with this idea, certainly from a religious standpoint, of coming into this world sinners and having to prove our existence and justify our existence, and constantly questioning ourselves as to what is the contribution we're making, and are we validating our reason for being. And so there's such a mind, you know what, I'm trying to keep it clean, that's going on so that children can watch this. And because it's interesting, when I go to post these videos up on YouTube, I have to make a determination whether my content is suitable for kids or not. And obviously I would like to be offering empowerment to everyone, and yet there's certain things that get talked about that are deemed to be inappropriate for children. So, but the point here is that we really need to dismantle this subconscious, self-sabotaging, undermining belief that we are not worthy of the miracle of our own existence, because it's illogical. We must be worthy, and our worthiness is inherent in the fact of our existence. So that which animated us, that which breathed life into us, wants us here. And because it wants us here, it is providing all the sustenance, all the support, all the nourishment, all the opportunity, all the connection, all the resources. And the only thing that prohibits us from experiencing it is that mustard seed of doubt, or it may be greater than a mustard seed. It may be a Mack truck full of doubt in our worthiness. And that is very sad. And that, in a self-fulfilling universe, leads to very tragic experiences that don't have to be. Because we are the common denominator in all of our experience. And everything that happens to us is a reflection of our own level of self-love and self-worth. So that wound needs to get healed. That wound needs to get examined and massaged, and a salve needs to be put on it. And we have to take responsibility for healing ourselves, deeming ourselves worthy, so that the universe can reflect that higher, more authentically aligned and empowering truth. So today, I invite you to look deep within yourself, to find out if there is some part of you that secretly feels guilty, like you don't deserve to be here, because you are not fulfilling some imaginary purpose other than to bask and enjoy the blessing of your own being. And turn that around. As long as we have breath in our body, we have the opportunity to course correct and to choose to determine that we are worthy of being here. And if we know ourselves as worthy, all the resources of the universe will make themselves available to us. So that is your assignment for this day. And I thank you for showing up on this glorious day the Lord hath made. May you be glad and rejoice in it. I wish you infinite grace, and God willing, I will see you again tomorrow. Namaste.